"Stand up, thief," the prosecutor barked, jabbing his finger across the courtroom. "Let them see the man who stole from a child's hands." The room went still. An old man in a threadbare jacket stood, barely able to straighten his spine. He didn't speak. He didn't plead. He just looked ahead, his faded Marine Corps badge barely catching the light. Snickers floated from the back rows. People whispered, "That's him?" "That's the guy who broke into the pharmacy," one woman said, shaking her head. "Lock him up already." And then she walked in, blonde, stunning, confident. Every head turned, her heels clacked like war drums as she strode to the defense table. She didn't belong here, not in this crumbling courtroom, not beside a man the world had already condemned. But she dropped her bag, took a breath, and locked eyes with the judge. "Permission to speak," she said, her voice clear and cold. The prosecutor rolled his eyes. "She's a public defender. Let her talk." She nodded, then turned to the jury. "You've heard he stole medication," she began, "but have you heard why?" She stepped forward, her voice like a slow-building storm. "This man is 76. He served 3 tours in Vietnam. He lost a leg. He came back to a country that spat on him. He raised 2 children alone after his wife died of cancer. He worked security night shifts until his hands shook too hard to hold a flashlight. People shifted in their seats. Whispers died. 3 months ago, his granddaughter collapsed during a sleepover. Type 1 diabetes. Her mother couldn't afford insulin. Insurance denied them twice, so this man, this so-called thief, walked 5 miles to the only open pharmacy. He broke in. He took 2 vials, and he turned himself in the next morning." The room was silent. She reached into her bag and pulled out a crumpled photo. A little girl, tubes in her arm, holding a teddy bear. "This is who he stole for." A juror wiped her eyes. The judge looked down, suddenly interested in his pen. But the prosecutor jumped in. "Still a crime. Still theft. What kind of message do we send if we excuse that?" She turned to him, fire now rising in her voice. "You want to talk about messages? What message did we send when he came home in a wheelchair and couldn't get a job? When the VA denied him again and again? When his granddaughter's life was priced higher than his pension?" Then she did something no one expected. She walked up to the old man. "Kneel," she said softly. Confused, he lowered himself to one knee. She turned to the court. "This is the position he took the day he was awarded the Silver Star, saving 5 men under fire. Today you made him kneel like a criminal. But I ask you, who deserves to kneel before whom?" Gasps. One juror covered her mouth, another took off his glasses and stared at the man on the floor. Then a small voice called out from the back of the room, "Grandpa?" A little girl stepped forward, clutching a teddy bear. Her mother tried to stop her, but she ran anyway, right into the old man's arms. No one breathed. And then, one juror stood, then another, then the entire box rose to their feet, even the judge. The prosecutor sat frozen, jaw clenched. Tears rolled down the veteran's cheeks as he held his granddaughter close. No prison. No fines. Just a unanimous decision for time served. And a courtroom full of strangers who suddenly remembered what honor looked like. As they left, one man whispered, "That woman, she didn't just win a case. She restored something we lost." Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story touched you, subscribe the channel and hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.